Mr. Revolver Guy here with dayattherange.com. You've seen in this video, in this mini-series, me compare accuracy as well as reliability and chronograph results with Black Hills 38 Special ammo from the Kimber K6s revolver, the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Magnum Centennial, and the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Paxton Quigley. Here on this test, I'm going to try and capture the subjective perceived recoil of each with the same ammunition, with 6 rounds of 38 Special Black Hills ammo. The Kimber K6 handles that 38 Special ammo with ease, doesn't recoil all that much, though I can feel a little bit of a muzzle flip with that particular ammo. We will now be testing the Kimber K6s stainless revolver. This time you will notice 6 shots on the target as we test for accuracy from 15 yards, unrested position, with the same Gecko 38 Special ammo. This target is for the Kimber K6s stainless with 38 Special ammo. I think I'm going to have to give accuracy to the Kimber K6s revolver from 15 yards. We're going to give accuracy to the Kimber K6s. Next up, the Kimber K6. As we can see, the Black Hills ammo seems to be fairly consistent. 662, 677, 677, 707, 684, for a high of 707, a low of 662, for an average of 680, extreme spread 45, and standard deviation 14. Again, across all 3 revolvers, the Kimber K6s, the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Magnum Centennial, and the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Paxton Quigley, all very consistent, but below the advertised 800 feet per second. Again, just shooting across the chronograph, nothing scientific, more for fun and to see how the same ammo performed across all 3 revolvers. I was really more interested in the porting on the Paxton Quigley to see if it had any effect at all. It doesn't seem to have had any effect. Next, we will move on to the subjective recoil to see how it feels and looks on camera. Back with the Kimber K6. This time, this bad boy is stoked with Fiocchi Factory 357 Magnum ammunition. And again, we're going to test for recoil with the Kimber K6 and the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Magnum Centennial. I will not be firing 357 Magnum ammunition through the Paxton Quigley, as it is only rated for 38 Special ammo. Wow, now that's a kick. Cylinder is a little hot too. The rounds eject just fine. out of the Kimber K6. With that same ammo, we're going to go forward with testing from the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Magnum Centennial. Now back with the Smith & Wesson 640 Magnum Centennial, stoked with the same Fiocchi 357 Magnum ammunition as used in the Kimber K6 subjective recoil test. Let's test this 5-shot baby and see what we come out with. You know, it is really hard to tell. I think I might give the edge in subjective recoil. I might give the #1 spot to the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Magnum Centennial. Again, I believe it is because of the grip, where I can get my entire hand around these Uncle Mike wood grips. It felt a little bit better out of this J-frame, but I hoped it was caught on camera. As you guys can see, 357 Magnum out of a J-frame really isn't all that bad. At least to me, for someone with very large hands, I can handle the J-frame, get rounds on target pretty well, and I believe I am going to give the subjective recoil test to the Smith & Wesson Model 640-1. And the cases eject just fine, no issues there. Thank you for joining me for this mini-series of comparing the Kimber K6s stainless revolver against two Smith & Wesson Model 640s, a Smith & Wesson Model 640 Paxton Quigley rated for 38 special only. It is one of 250 made. And then also this Smith & Wesson Model 640-1 Magnum Centennial. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Revolver Guy, dayattherange.com.